Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Red Brick. This is their Brick Mason series. This is their Smoked Vanilla Gorilla. The names of these brewers come up with this is it's funny. I mean, it really is. It brings a smile to my face when I see some of these names on these beers. So, this is the 2012 series. So that I take that to say that this was put in the bottle back in 2012. So I don't know if it has a date on the bottle other than the 2012 series on the label. It's got a lot of condensation on it where I can't see any kind of printing on it. So we'll check it out when we come back for the final chug. So let's get on with this one. This is the Red Brick Mason Series number 4, Smoked Vanilla Gorilla. It is done by Red Brick Brewing, and they're out of Georgia. It is an American porter. It's 7.80 ABV. The availability is limited, brewed once. So, I mean, I guess they're doing number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. This is number 4, so I guess they'll come out with number 5 for the next one. The food pairings for this beer, the cuisine is barbecue. The cheeses are the buttery, the brie, the Gouda, Havarti, the Swiss. And since it is a porter, it is a chocolate, and I always do that chocolate type, so it goes well with your chocolate desserts or your desserts. I don't know if it'd go well with apple pie or something like that, but if you're doing some kind of chocolate dessert, this beer should go well with it. The glassware today is pint, becker, stein, the mug, the tumbler, the Sidell, the stein. I've got the pint glass for this one today, guys. And the beer is not recommended for extended cellarings unless the ABV extends the average range with 7.80, almost 8%. I think it exceeds the average range. So technically this beer should cellar very well. So if you can get this beer, or if you have this beer, I don't see why you could not cellar it. Let's get to the notes. There are no notes on Beer Advocate. And Rate Beer says, commercial description, it is our double chocolate oatmeal porter aged 25 days in a cask with vanilla beans. So we'll see what that brings. Back to this beer. I don't think there's anything else we need to discuss on the site here, and I don't think there's anything on the bottle we need to discuss. Atlanta Brewing Company, Atlanta, Georgia. I guess that's what Red Brick is putting on there. So, without further ado, let's grab the opener and get this one into the glass. 7.8. You reckon we'll get ahead? Not much. Real aggressive pour down the center on that beer. Got about a half a finger of head on that beer. So let's get it over into the light. It is a rich, it is a dark, but I am getting ruby tinges around the outside. And at the bottom of the glass where it's not so thick, I can see the light through there. So it is a rich cola color, a rich red ruby garnet, a dark garnet color. But you can see through it. There is a little bit of light going through the center of the beer there. So not completely black or opaque. Looks very good in the glass. A lot of bubbles streaming up to the bottom of it. And the head that did pour, it got a nice creaminess to the top of the beer, but the head did not stick around. So it is basically dissipated pretty quick. So let's get a nose on this and see what we got. I'm getting vanilla, I'm getting some chocolate. Little toffee and caramel in there. I'm getting a little spiciness there too. I don't know if they've, what else they've used in this beer. Let's see if it says, no, it doesn't have any other notes on this one. The IBUs are not listed, so it is what it is. Maybe just a slight hint of some coffee in there. Smells very pleasing on the nose. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Chocolate. Wow. A lot of smokiness in this beer too. Wow, I didn't get that on the nose to me, but I get it on the taste. Nice smoky beer. Very smoky. Wow, very tasty too. Not getting the alcohol. Very sessionable for that big of an ABV beer. Very tasty. Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised. I really wasn't expecting that much, but it has a very nice smoked character to this beer. Not getting it on the nose to me, but I'm definitely getting it on the taste. Oh wow. And I love a smoky beer. Wow. Very nice. Very easy drinking. Very sessionable for a 7.8% beer. We've been fairly lucky with the bigger beers here in the last couple of days to be not boozy and not a lot of alcohol taste to go with that. Wow. Very nice. It's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. Like I said, we'll check for a dating on the bottle when we come back. This is very, very nice. Probably one of the best, Red Brick Brewing Company beers that I've had. I don't get a lot of them. I think I picked this one up in North Carolina when I went down to Total Wine down there. Wow, very nice, very tasty, guys. So stick around. I'll come back and we'll do the final chug on this one. Let the other have taste it, and I'll be right back. I promise. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left here. Maybe just a little bit more than a little bit. Better hit this one more time. Wow. Now that it is warmed up, I can smell and taste the smokiness of this beer. Wow. And I love a smoky beer. And this is a very nice smoked beer. Even though it doesn't say that on the bottle here that it says flavored porter on it. Nothing about being a smoked beer. They already put that on there. As smoky as this beer is, it's pretty damn tasty if you like a smoky beer. Final chug, guys. Smoky, chocolatey, toffee, caramel. Not bitter at all. For a 7.8% no alcohol taste to me, very well made beer. I would definitely pick this beer up again. It's definitely worth trying. If you've not had this beer and you can get this beer and you'd like that style of beer with the smokiness and a little bit of coffee and chocolate, wow, very tasty, guys. We're going to look at the bottle here and see if it has any kind of dating on it. I don't think it does. I don't see anything on the bottle printed. I don't see anything on the label or around it anywhere, so That is the only thing that I can fuss about. But, you know, I can't fuss too loud because it is a 7.8%. But and then they tell us it's number 4 on here. So, I mean, you can probably go to their website and tell exactly when this beer was brewed. And they probably number them for each year that they do. And the next one will probably be number 5. So, with that being said, still got to have that information on the bottle so the average consumer can see that on there. It was done in 2012 or 2011 or 2013, so we'll know. Even though it's it's not going to go bad. Kind of like to have at least a year on these kind of beers. So that's probably going to cost them a little bit of a grade point there, as far as that's how I do it though. You know, it's just my opinion. So I'm not going by any guidelines other than Greg's guidelines. So with that being said, as far as I'm concerned, guys, for a smoky beer, it's probably an 8. But since it doesn't have a date on the bottle itself, I'm going to give it to 7, which is a B+. So if you had this beer, give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it, didn't like it, best thing you ever had, worst thing you ever had. And let me know what you think of it if you had it. Let's go to the ratings now. Beer Advocate says it's 80, which is in the good range, and I agree. It is definitely a good beer, if not a very good beer. And Rate Beer says it's 84 in the style, and look at this. 84 overall and 25 in the style. So I don't know where they're getting that 25 in the style. And this is an imperial or strong porter, so somebody didn't think that it fit that category too well. I kind of do. Very nice porter, not real heavy. I could see red tinges through the glass, so it wasn't perfectly black, but it is a big beer. I mean, a lot of the porters are lower ABV sessionable beers. And this is sessionable if you like drinking a beer that big. I'm not getting any alcohol on the taste at all, so it's a very well made beer, so I disagree with that. I disagree wholeheartedly with that. It is not a 25 in the style, so they can kiss my big white butt on that. So that's the way I feel about it. And if it had a date on it, it would probably get the 8, which is an A-. It's just barely missing the A grade by not having the date on the bottle. And you know, it's not super critical being that big of a beer, but I kind of like that information without having to go on the internet and look on their website to see when this beer was produced. You're not going to do that usually if you're in the store buying the beer. So put the date on the bottle, guys, and you'll get your better grade. I guarantee it. It's a win-win for you, and it's a win-win for us. So that's how I feel about it. It's my soapbox to stand on, and I stand on it proudly and blow that trumpet horn. So until we get all these guys putting a date, the bigger beers, the porters and stouts and stuff like this, we can get away with a year on it. But on the regular IPAs and stuff like that, we need the month, day, and a year on the bottle, and no code, no Julian code, or any kind of horse hockey. You got to look up on their website to figure out when the hell they put it in a bottle. That's what I say. So, guys, if you've had this beer, give me some comments back on this one, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. I hope it's just as good as this one. See you then.